Good morning, my fellow rascally, racketeering, roguish patriots. I found this story in my daily newspaper here in Honolulu. This is the Star Advertiser. Why so many police traffic stops turn deadly? Yeah, we have to read about it here in Hawaii because, well, it just doesn't happen. This story originally came from the New York Times. You see, here in Hawaii, there isn't even a quota system for our police to give out tickets. So if you get a ticket, you earn one. In fact, let's talk about that. The last time I got a ticket, yeah, I earned it. It was right before I retired. I ran a red light. After I ran the red light, I looked in my rearview mirror, and sure enough, there was the flashing lights of a police car. So I pulled over to the side of the road, put my car in park, turned off the engine, took the keys out of the ignition, put the keys on top of the dash, set my parking brake, put my hands on top of the windshield, and waited for the policeman to come. When the policeman approached my car and talked to me, he said, "Do you know what you did wrong?" I replied, "Yes, sir." He said, "You ran a red light." I said, "Yes, sir. It's very, very red." He said, "I'm going to have to give you a ticket." And I said, "Yes, sir, I deserve it." And he looked at me kind of strange. He must have been thinking, what kind of a fool do I have here? He then said, "I'm going to need your license, your registration, and your insurance." And I replied, "Sir, I'm going to take my right hand off of the steering wheel and reach behind in my right back pocket to get my wallet, which has my driving license. Then, with the same right hand, I'm going to have to lean over, open up the glove box, and take out the packet with the registration and insurance on it. Do I have permission to do this?" He said, "Yes, go ahead." And so I did exactly what I told him to do in the sequence I told him I was going to do it. And by the way, I just made it slightly exaggerated slowly to put him at ease. I gave him the documents. He said, "I'll be right back." And he walked over to his car. I guess he ran my license to see if I had any outstanding warrants and stuff like that. He came back, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes later. He wrote me a ticket and he told me you can either pay the ticket or request a court date. I told him I was going to have the ticket paid by the end of the day. And indeed, I had a check mailed in to pay that moving infraction by the end of the day. Now, it just so happened that in the same, oh, and by the way, I'm white, and the cop that pulled me over was Japanese. Nothing racial about it. It's just the way things are. Here in Hawaii, there is no majority. You getting pulled over by somebody of the same race as you? Well, statistically, it has to be a crapshoot at best. Anyway, the same week I got pulled over for running a red light. Two of my coworkers got pulled over. One for speeding, the other for doing the illegal U-turn. The guy that was speeding, well, here in Hawaii, especially on Oahu, except for one stretch of road on the H1 going west, all highways are listed at 55 miles an hour. Most people set their speed at about 60 or 62. In order to get a speeding limit, you got to be going about 10 miles an hour over the limit. The guy that got the speeding ticket did not deny that he was speeding. He just said, "I was singled out." I asked him how fast he was going. "Oh, around 70." Yeah, you were singled out. You were going 70 in the 55 zone. Yeah, the cop just singled you out for no reason. When I'm on the highway, I usually set my cruise control for 52, 3 miles an hour below the speed limit. Everybody passes me. Student drivers pass me. Truckers pass me. I am the slowest thing on the road, except when the cop has somebody pulled over. When the cop has somebody pulled over, people slow down from 60 or 62 miles an hour to about 50. All of a sudden, that makes me the fastest car on the road for a quarter mile or so. Now let's get on to this illegal U-turn. You see, where I work, in order to get onto the highway, the quickest way to do it was to pull into this parking lot, do an illegal U-turn, and take off to get to the highway. Now the owner of this parking lot got fed up with it, so he managed to get some signs put up. He must have some pull with City Hall or something, I think. Anyway, he managed to get some signs put up saying it was an illegal U-turn, and it was even briefed where I was work that we can't do U-turns over there. There has been signage put up that it was illegal. Well, it always had been illegal, but I guess more and more people started doing it. And like I said, the owner of the parking lot probably got fed up with the number of cars going in there just to do an illegal U-turn. So, well, he got it posted by City Hall. Well, I know for a fact this girl that got pulled over for doing the illegal U-turn had been briefed on it. I was there with her when we both got briefed on it, that it was no longer permissible to do an illegal U-turn in that area. And I know for a fact she had seen the signs. I had seen the signs go up posting that it was an illegal U-turn. In fact, she told me that she saw the signs, but she said that she wanted to fight this ticket, that it was unfair. Oh, and by the way, here's the other thing. Because I didn't fight the cop, because I was cooperative with the cop, I was on my way within about 20 or 25 minutes of being pulled over. Both of these other co-workers that got pulled over, well, they said that they were on the side of the road for 40 or 50 minutes while the cop was in his car checking things out. How much you want to bet he was taking a cigarette break or something? He was pissed at them because they were bad-mouthing the cop. If you get pulled over for doing something illegal, be cooperative with the cop. Arguing with the cop is going to do nothing but get bad things done to you. Cooperating with the cop will get you on your way the quickest way possible. You know, running the red light was not my first moving violation, right? It wasn't the first moving violation for either of my two co-workers either.